we're back. It's Monday and it's beautiful outside. Caden and I have already been out. We had a picnic lunch outside. So I don't know how many people are going to be on live today. I already had it on mute. I don't know how many will be live today because I don't blame you for being outside and soaking up every bit of the sunshine today. But we're going to paint monkeys. I'm excited to do monkeys with you guys. And anyways, we'll get started. That way, if you are here, enjoy the little bit of peace and quiet while I draw with your kids. Or if you're drawing along with us, then go right ahead. It usually keeps the kids busy for a little bit. Caden's been drawing a lot more outside of this time, so it just kind of gets their creativity going in that way. And so hopefully it'll give you a little bit of some breaks in between doing schoolwork. So I hope everybody's staying caught up with that and not getting too stressed over it, because I think we're going to be fine when it's all said and done. I don't think the kids are going to lose out on too much. There's so many neat experiences just being home together as families that I think are way outweigh anything that you could learn in the classroom right now. So anyways, we're going to get started and we're going to do monkeys. If you're on here today, please say hello so we can know you're here. Love to hear from you. So I'd like to know who we're painting with today. If you come back or if you're watching this as a replay later, still comment and say hello. Anyways, when you guys say something or respond and share, then it helps me with letting more people know what we're doing. So, is anybody on? Do I need to wait a couple minutes? I know we had some people looking forward to doing monkeys. This may just be a recorded one and may have to catch it on a replay, which it's fine. Caden and I still have fun doing this, don't we, Caden? Mm-hmm. We look forward to this time in the afternoon. So we won't stay too long. That way you guys can get back to doing what you want today. All right, so the materials that we're using for this is I'm using a Sharpie. It's just a fine point Sharpie. It's not the little teeny one. And then we have heavier paper. I didn't ever make it to get it more. I did find some more out in the studio. And it was nice being out there today. I wish I could be out in the studio with you guys. I'm in my dining room, but the Wi-Fi is not good enough for me to be out in the studio. Hi, Dylan. I hear you're here. You ready to paint monkeys with us? How old are you, Dylan? But anyways, we are going to do the monkey on the heavy paper, and then I just have my watercolor. My particular pan of watercolors is mixing colors, so it might be a little bit different than yours. Yours may have some green in it and not too yellow. So mine's just specifically made to make your own colors. Any kind of watercolor will work. It'll be great. So we're going to get started. Dylan, you're in kindergarten. Well, you are doing awesome with your art. I'm so glad that you're here with us. I have a granddaughter that's going to start kindergarten in the fall, and she likes to do art too. Her mom and daddy don't always remember to get her on when we're doing it, so hopefully they'll have her watch the replays. Otherwise, she'd be here with us doing it. Okay, we're going to do this monkey, and I'm going to do two pictures. I'm going to do one with just one monkey, and he's going to take up the space of the paper, and then we'll do one more where we'll put him in a jungle and we'll add some other things to it, okay? So you can kind of get some ideas how to make your own jungle setting with your monkeys. All right, we want the middle of the paper, so we find where the middle is. Right in the middle is where we're going to put our finger, right here. And we're going to make a little bit of a U. This is small. This is just a monkey nose. A wide U, it's really small, and then we're just going to enclose it over the top, almost like a D that fell over sideways. Fell over on its front side. Okay, so there's our monkey nose. So on top of this, we're going to make a curve that bounces right over the top of our nose. If anybody else has joined, please say hello. I'd love to hear who's watching, and I'll just say hi to you. You don't have to get caught up in the conversation, but would love to hear from you. And also, if you want to share this on your Facebook with anybody else that might be interested. I know each time I do it, there's more and more people joining along, and I love it. Okay, so we bounced up over the nose. Now we're gonna come down on each side of the nose, and I'm gonna make a curve down and a curve around, and then I'm gonna just connect it all the way at the bottom so it curves down across the bottom. All right. Now, underneath this, we're going to make another little curve off of there. This is his lip. And then I'm gonna do another line inside of that. And then I'm just gonna color with my Sharpie just inside that little space. That's my monkey lip. Okay. Now, above the nose, we're gonna go ahead and make circles for eyes. So I'm gonna do one here, and they're about the size of the nose, and one here. So I made 2 circles. And then I'm gonna color them in, except for one little spot up in the top left side on both of them. So I colored them in, but I left a little white spot inside of each one. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the little face around his eyes. So I'm gonna start from the side of his nose, not clear down at the bottom, but just up a little ways. And I'm gonna come up, and then I'm gonna bounce around one eye and down, and I'm gonna bounce around the other eye and down. I'm gonna come right back down and touch the side of his nose. Almost like a heart, but you don't see the end of it. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple little eyebrows above this. So just a little curve line and a little curve line. Those are his eyebrows. Eyebrows give your animal expression. By the way, angles that you put your eyebrows would show whether you're happy or sad or angry. So eyebrows are important. We just made them where this monkey looks pretty happy. All right, now I'm gonna do a bump. I'm not gonna touch this part around his face. I'm gonna come right beside where my eyebrow is, and I'm gonna make a bump over top of his eyebrows and come right down to the other side. I'm not touching the eyebrows, but I just made a bump over it. Now, monkeys have ears that we really notice, partly because they don't have all the hair that we have to cover them up. But they have, so this monkey, he's a little bit more cartoon. So his ears will be probably a little bit bigger than what a real monkey's ears would be. But we're gonna come down below this part, this last line we went over top of his head. I'm gonna come inside that, and I'm just gonna make big ears. I'm not gonna touch, I don't wanna touch this part of the face. And then I'm gonna come to the other side and do the same thing. And then below his ear, I'm just gonna bring a line and connect his face to where his nose is a little bit. And then inside the ear, you can just put a line that shows that's the inside of the ears. I didn't follow my rule very well about making sure my nose was in the middle. He should have been down here because I'm going to kind of run out of space for what I want to do, but it'll be okay. All right, so now from the bottom of his nose, we're going to make a big oval and come right back up and connect underneath his nose. It's really underneath his chin, but in drawing, it's connected to his nose. It wouldn't be in real. And then I'm going to make another line around this that's pretty close. And I'm going to go all the way around, and I'm just going up and connecting it. All right. I am Now we're gonna do his monkey legs. So the first thing, are you keeping up, Caden? Am I going too fast? Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a line that's gonna be a curve, and it's just gonna bounce up and touch the bottom of his belly and come right back down, just a little bit. Not real wide, not any wider than his tummy is. Hey, Blake and Barrett, welcome. How old are you, Blake and Barrett? So we were bouncing up, touching his tummy, and then I'm going to come up here, just maybe a finger width. So if you put your finger in there and then put your Sharpie right above your finger, and then I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna come down to the left and then down to the bottom, and I made it a curve, okay? So I came out to the left bottom corner, and then I came straight down a little ways. And then on the other side, I'm gonna put my finger there to make sure it's the right width, and I'm starting again, and I'm gonna curve out towards the bottom right corner, and then I'm gonna come down. And then on the other, in the inside to the first leg, I'm gonna come where the end of this curve is, and I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna stop at the bottom here. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna stop. Now monkeys' feet are kind of like hands. So we're gonna come around. Let's see, what's gonna make this easiest for you guys? I'm gonna curve towards the left, just a little ways, and I'm gonna stop. Now, monkeys have 5 fingers and 5 toes just like we do. A lot of times when cartoons are drawn, and this might be something you might notice if you look at cartoon animals and even cartoon people on shows or in books, you'll see that a lot of times they only have 4 fingers, so they don't always make it the same. So I'm going to make this almost like a mitten. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna leave a little bit of space right here. And then I'm gonna just use my Sharpie to divide this so it has the fingers instead of drawing each one. So I have 1, 2, 3 here, even though there'd be 4. And then over here is gonna be his thumb finger. And so it's a little bit longer. It's not like a big toe, but it's his monkey toe. And you can round those out a little bit if you want. Okay, so now the other foot. So this foot's gonna be angled down a little bit. So I make the mitten shape. And then, so I came around and went back up like a mitten. I have this space over here on the inside, and I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna make the thumb finger like that. And then I'm gonna divide up that. That one looks more realistic even than the other one, but that's okay. We're not trying to be realistic. Okay, a couple things. He's pretty cute. All right, put a few little hairs on top of his head, because this is a baby monkey. Pretty cute. All right, this is where it's going to get fun. So we're going to, he needs a tail. I think we need a tail on him. Let's do the tail last.
I messed up, so I had to do my tail.
Oh, that's okay.
Because I was making my body, and it was right here. I'm like, oh, I can just put it in.
Oh, well, good recover. That's good. Okay, so his arms are, he's really bendy. I'm not near this flexible, but his arms are up behind his head. So we're going to come up. You guys want to leave a little bit of space. Don't go clear to the top of your paper. Maybe about 2 fingers or 3 fingers down, depends on how high your monkey is. We want some space at the top. So there's monkey arms going up there. I feel like he needs just a little bit down here. You may not need that. Now it makes his arms look super long. I don't know if I should have done that. But anyways, there's one arm going up. Now coming to the other side, you want to not go any higher than this one. So I'm going to come up here. There we go. I think that's going to look fine. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make the thumb only, okay? And then we'll put our tree branch, or sort of. I'm going to do, so the thumbs are going to be on the insides of the arms. So I'm going to curve up and in, and I'm going to round that out, and I'm going to stop. Okay? So I went on the inside of the arm, I went curved up towards the top, and I came around and came back and stopped. I didn't go all the way down. I'm going to go the other way. Okay. Now, I want to make a branch go right through where his thumb stopped. So I'm going to make a line go this way. This is the bottom part of the branch. I'm going to match it up in between, and then it's going to go that way. I didn't put the line where his thumb was, if that makes sense. If you guys are just getting this on here, it's not real important that you make it not show. This is something that you can keep practicing and keep making monkeys, and you'll get better and better at it, okay? Now, I have this gap where his hand is, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that right up to the branch on the outside of his hand. And then, before I do the top side of the branch, I'm going to make like 3 ovals. These are his fingers that are holding on. They look like grapes or raisins, or not raisins, grapes or olives. 3 ovals for his fingers that are coming over the top. So now he's holding on. He's got his fingers over it. Now I'm going to make my top side of my branch now. Go all the way across. All the way across. Okay. So there's our monkey. So let's paint him. You got him? Mm-hmm. Everybody good? All right. So we're going to paint our monkeys today. So you can do whatever you want. I'm going to paint mine brown. I'll have to make some brown here. Getting low on some of my paints here. Sometimes if you just mix all the colors together, you'll get brown. But then you do that, then sometimes you get a weird color, and you may have to add, like that looks more green, so I add more red in it. I want it darker though. Brown is a dark orange. You may already have brown in your tray, which then just use that. If you happen to have mixing colors like I have, I'll use the easiest ones to do on these would be to take my purple and orange and mix it to make brown. Okay, not going to be very bright, but
orange really bright.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. When you paint with watercolors, make sure you get the watercolor cakes really wet. You don't really want a wet brush when you're painting, but you do want your paints to get really wet in the tray. And that's how you get your colors really, really bright. So a lot of times I'll spend a little bit of time just really trying to get my colors, there we go, nice and wet before I paint. And then I don't need to have my brush have quite as much water on it. If you get too much water on your paper, you can use a paper towel and just dab it up. It'll take most of the color out of it, and then you can just paint it again. So, whoops, the belly of my monkey is going to be lighter brown than
like a tan.
Than the rest of it. And the same for around his face. Sometimes you can just do lighter by more water and less paint.
Where's your tail?
Oh yeah, I never made a tail. I need to make a tail. Did anybody else make a tail? Anybody else want to say hello if you're watching? Okay, hang on. Let's do a tail. Just make sure you don't get your Sharpie in anything that's wet. It'll mess up your Sharpie and it won't work. Okay, this tail. Coming up. So I just came up, made a big swirl. And then I'm going to add a second line. And there's my monkey tail. I think my monkey's cute. And I've seen how you kiddos paint because your mamas have been showing your pictures off and you guys are doing awesome. So I know that yours is going to be cute too. Maybe, I was going to do another picture with a monkey on it. Maybe we'll just add a few things to this one instead of starting a whole nother one. If you still have some space, whoops, I'm not doing very good staying in the lines. If you still have some space left on your picture, once we get our monkeys painted, we'll draw again. So, I know I paint fast because I paint so much. So don't feel like you have to keep up. You can come back and paint. So here, when I get my monkey painted, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna draw some more. So you can stop too, and then you can go back and paint if you want to. That way you don't miss the drawing part, or you can watch it again. Whatever works for you. So tomorrow we're painting tacos. I'm kind of excited about painting tacos. It's going to be fun. And I hope some of you grown-ups are joining us on that one because I may even do a little lettering on it too. So I'll have a little extra stuff that we haven't done yet for tomorrow. Now his nose you can paint black, or you can come back when your paint's dry and you could use your Sharpie to make his nose black, whichever you want to do. But just, again, make sure your paint's dry. Don't get your Sharpie wet. That's how you mess them up. I've done it. That's how I know so much. That's how I've learned so many things, is just by trying things and knowing what works and what doesn't work. And wet Sharpies don't work. Hello, JC and Kinsey and Polo. Well, welcome. I know where Polo is. It's a little ways away. Are you friends with Jessica Savage? And I know there's a group of Lawson ladies that will paint with me. Is that how you found me, or did you just happen to find me on Facebook? I'm sorry if I don't remember. I think you painted with me. I'm bad about remembering names until I see your face. It's a whole different thing when I'm just reading names on Facebook than when I'm looking at you. Sometimes I forget that way too. I will not lie. Trying though. A lot of memory, a lot of remembering going on when it comes to all the people that I've painted with. All right, so I got my brush black with black paint, so I'm going to paint his nose with black. He's so cute. All right, before I paint the branch, you're already doing that, aren't you, Caden?
Yep.
I want to add some leaves to it. So I just put some stems. I'm going to make big leaves because this is the jungle. And the jungle's really good at having big leaves. Probably because it needs to offer a lot of shade because jungles are hot. Now, I got to go off my paper because I don't have enough room at the top. So I'm just making some leaves go off the top. Oh no, his nose. This is what happens when you get in too big of a hurry his nose just bled. He's got a bloody nose. No, not really. But the paint just bled out, the black did, into the brown. So I'm going to let that dry. I just dabbed it off. I can come back.
Look at my monkey.
Oh, your monkey's cute. Look at Caden's monkey. He has one little banana hanging on his tree, or on his branch. I'm going to show you how to make a banana bunch, though, here too. So hang on, that's what I was going to add. A banana tree is different, though, but we won't do a banana tree. This is our own little jungle, so it can be however we want. In your imaginary world, you can make your bananas grow on any kind of tree you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's my big leaves. Let's see. I'm going to I'm going to just start making my banana bunch. I want to show you how to do that. So bananas grow in a huge bunch, and there are a whole bunch of bananas, and they're all pointing up. So you know the shape of banana, kind of like a moon shape. Right? So I'm going to just keep adding a bunch of them going up. There's all different kinds of bananas too. There's apple bananas. When we go on vacation, there's a place that we like to go, and they have apple bananas. They're little bitty short bananas. They're only maybe about 3 or 4 inches long, and they're really sweet. And they always look really black. I mean, like a banana that's too ripe. I don't know. I know what my kids were like. They never wanted the bananas that had any black spots on them. But the apple bananas, that's when they're the best, is when they do have black spots on them. And so that's one kind of a banana. And then there's plantains. Plantains are a type of a banana, and you'll see those in the grocery store. Those aren't very sweet, but they make great, whoops, I'm getting paint all over my poor little monkey. Put my hand right in my wet paint. They make great plantain chips and for dipping and stuff. All right, I'm putting a stem on my banana bunch. It would really be growing on a palm tree. I don't know, I don't remember what the bottoms of the banana bunches look like. But that's how they grow. They're all sticking up in bunches. They would really be growing on a palm tree that has huge palm leaves. I don't really have room. I'm going to just do a palm leaf like a banana tree hanging off this side. It's not really, they would be up higher, but it's like all a solid leaf, and they get slits in them. So that's what a banana leaf would look like.
Look at my banana bunch.
Yeah, good job, dude.
I added a whole one.
Tell you what, if you get bananas out off of where they really grow, they just are so much better tasting than what we buy in the grocery stores. Okay, so that's what a banana leaf would look like, but the bananas would be growing up on a big tree, like a palm tree where all the leaves are up at the top. So this one's just down at the bottom.
Mom, look at my camera.
I'm gonna make, well, you know what? This could be, because this monkey's hanging way up high in a tree, so this could be a real tall palm banana leaf. And so you guys, if you want to add layers, you can fit stuff in between. I'm trying to make a banana leaf over here, but I'm putting it in between. I don't want to get you too confused, so I better not get too crazy with my drawing here.
Mom, here's my thing.
Good job. You want to paint any color on your background or anything? You don't know?
I may add a banana leaf.
So I did another banana leaf over here. All right. Well, I'm going to paint now. So I'm going to show you ideas. We just found you on Facebook. Okay, Lori. Well, awesome. I'm glad you don't know the Savages. Really enjoy these. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy them. I'm glad you found me on Facebook. So yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I tell you what, this is like the highlight of me and Kaden. Kaden and I coming to paint with you guys. We've had so much fun with this. To be honest, this time just not having to always be prepping for classes and just, I mean, as much as I love teaching art and teaching painting classes all the time, I have so enjoyed just the pace slowing down for a little bit and just being able to do this. And I know it's different for everybody, and I know everybody has different challenges and stuff, and I've never been on quarantine with a bunch of kids, but I have had a bunch of kids, and I have homeschooled for years, so I do know what it can be like trying to keep kids busy and focused and having a little bit of time to do something different. I know how important that is, so I enjoy this with you guys. All right, so we're going to paint our leaves in our jungle, and I'm going to just use all the colors of green. I need to scoop my tray around. So remember, if you're mixing your colors, greens are made from your yellows and your blues. You can also use a little bit of black with it. It just makes another shade of green if you want, with yellow and black, I should say. If you want to just try different shades of green. I think the very first class that I did, I used my acrylic paints, and I just showed you all the different greens you could make with yellow and black and blue. And some white too. Watercolor's a little different, adding white to it. My white's pretty dirty, so I'm not even going to try to add that in right now.
Look at my banana leaf, Mom.
Very nice. I like your banana leaf. Good job, Kaden. I'm going to change my color for my banana leaf here. I'm going to show you with the black and the yellow. If I can do it without getting my yellow too messy. So I have black on this tray right here already, and then that was the green that I made, but I've mixed it, and I want to show you. It's just more of a olive green color. I don't know. I just like this color of green. So can you see the difference between this green and that green? To me, this is sometimes more of a natural green. I mean, everything is all different shades of green when you really start looking outside. To me, this is more of a springy green color. That's just one that I really like. Keep laying my arm in my paint. I think Caden was done with this one. It is nice out. I hope you guys are getting to... Hey, Jenny. Oh, yeah, she had her baby girl last week. Oh, that's awesome. Tell her congratulations. That's so awesome. I hope she's doing well. You're sweet. So, yeah, I enjoyed painting with them. I would love to come back and paint with them again. I'd love to see her baby when we can get back into being around other people. Oh, man, that's so thank you for telling me that. That's awesome. That was just a fun experience, and I'm glad they enjoyed it. But be sure and tell her I said congratulations. I'm so happy for her. I think she's going to be an awesome mama. I think she's got a lot of purpose in her life, and she's going to do some awesome things. Okay, I'm gonna do these bananas. I'm gonna get this yellow, really yellow. But it has just a little bit of green in them, but that's okay. That just means these bananas aren't quite right. They're almost the same color as my leaf. I'm gonna make my leaf a little bit greener. I just put a teeny bit of blue in it. What's fun about watercolor is you can add layers of colors on top of it. You can't really go lighter. That's where it's a little bit different than acrylic. Acrylic, you can go lighter on top because it dries. And then you would start with your darker colors first and go lighter as you bring it forward. Watercolor is not quite the same. I only know watercolor because I just play with it. I don't know anything. It's not something that I'm super knowledgeable about. It's just what I've played with and what I've done is all that I've learned. Well, that's about everything that I've done. But anyways, that is branch. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys finish that up. And I'm going to do one more thing here for you. So if any of you want to try some handwriting, who's on here? We've got a few people on here still. But anyways, I'm going to do... Ariana, are you watching? If you're watching, Ariana, say hi and share the videos. Anybody shared it? I would love it if you guys just shared this. Okay. I don't have a lot of space, but I'm going to just do a little bit of my cursive. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see me. Let's move the paint so my paper isn't in it. And I'm going to just... Don't have room underneath, but that's okay. We'll go up that way. Okay, so this is a little bit of my modern I couldn't even say it. Modern calligraphy handwriting. So I just kind of did some cursive, and I had to make myself learn to make each letter separately and then connect them. And then the key for this is all your downstrokes are your thick strokes and your up ones are thin. So I know some of you kiddos that are doing this, you may not even have done much cursive yet, so it may not make any sense, but it's still good practice. So don't worry about the thick lines and the thin lines, but if you just practice your letters, it's good. And I think cursive is an art, so I think everybody needs to learn it. I know we don't use it near as much as we used to because everything's on computers. It's funny because I have grown boys one in particular, that can't even read cursive. And it's just funny because if he gets a card or something, I think we tease him more than it's really true. But it is hard for him to read cursive because I taught him. I taught him when I did, when I homeschooled, all my kids learned cursive, but apparently he wasn't paying attention. Go figure. He's an awesome kiddo now. He's going to be a daddy in August. He got married last October, and they have a baby coming in August, so it'll be our fourth grandbaby. So excited. He's an amazing, amazing man. Didn't know how to read cursive. Didn't listen to me very well when he was growing up, but he turned out okay. So I'm going back and making all the downward strokes thicker. Sometimes my upward ones, just because I keep going over them, will get sometimes too thick too. But it's fun. It's a fun thing to play around with. I would have wrote more, but I didn't have Didn't have room. Here, we'll do this. Hey, monkey. All right. Well, you guys enjoy your Monday. I'm going to sign off. I hope you have fun drawing monkeys today. Share your pictures. Make sure you post them later when you get them done. If you are watching this on the replay, still say hello. I'll come back in. I've been trying really hard to not always be on Facebook. Sometimes it's hard. But anyways, come back and say hello. Or when you're back, or let me get this straight. So when you're watching this later, be sure and say hello. And I will respond when I get back on Facebook. There you go. All right. So nice having you. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy this beautiful day. We're going to go for a walk. I got laundry to finish up. Man, I wish I had a clothesline outside. Not really. I used to like that a long time ago, and I thought it was fun to hang clothes up. They do smell awesome. Maybe it would be cool. But anyways, we're going to finish that up and go on a walk and enjoy the rest of the day. You guys too. And tomorrow we're going to do Taco Tuesdays. We're going to paint tacos, and we'll do a little bit more of the writing part too. So if any of you grown-ups want to do a little bit of the modern calligraphy, I'll do some of that with you too. So we will see ya and have a great day.